gods move closer, but with a deeper sweat. Beneath them we look on, when they part comes the hatred they bring. Lost in the dark, we've come so far, another step to rid the pain. Go and be counted till your last day, 'cause only nightmares break their flames. So stand upon these fallen lands and follow in our Father's plans. Yeah, until the end we will remain, and we'll hold on until our last breath. So what is to be left for us? My people look on and say, don't fear what you don't know, 'cause we're far from certain fate. And we'll make our final stand. Lost in the dark, we've come so far, another step to rid the pain. Go and be counted till your last day, 'cause only nightmares break their flames. So stand upon these fallen lands and follow in our Father's plans. Yeah, until the end we will remain, and we'll hold on until the last
And we are.
Where are you people?
I don't know. Why am I here
Voices in your
again?
head. You're here to help us nurture plants.
You're here to suck some chicken.
What are you talking about? He is one of the plants.
Yeah.
I'm always part of the plants.
Oh,
I speak. Hi, I'm the Lorax. I speak to the trees.
Yeah, I'm the Lorax. I'm one of the trees.
I don't think anybody wants to be the Lorax in this situation.
Look, I was trying to be nice to plants. Didn't realize they were trying to fucking feed me, Seymour.
You never be like, you know, dude, it's like, seriously, you know, the warning signs were there. I'm like, you know,
What warning signs?
it's like, look, these are like, fey plants. I don't know what they are. Like Durngo said, I don't know if they're carnivorous. I can't tell. They don't look like a bell or a fly trap, but I don't know.
No, the fly trap wasn't even there yet. All it was those little tiny ones, and then the larger ones started to grow, and then the singing started, and well, then
Yep.
it's like Little Shop of Horrors just came to town.
I don't think Rojan was actually expecting me to start singing to a fucking plant.
I wasn't. Like you guys were, if you didn't sing would have been perfectly fine because the plant hadn't reached that period of growth yet to where it would start like luring in people with its singing. But the moment you started hitting those musical notes, it just awoke the plant early.
So
You
what
had
if
to
we
go
learned
mess
from
them
all
up.
this?
How are they supposed to?
Don't make
I don't
friends
even
with the
look at your
plants.
freaking bullshit streams either.
Don't make friends with the plants. They're not your friend.
Oh no, I made updates to the plants, and I made adjustments to the plants like after that stream. Because I was flushing things out, just kind of like how I told you to knock your exhaustion down to level 3 instead of level 5 because that's a bit overpowered.
Yeah, man, those plants
Oh,
are fucking
right.
terrifying, dude.
I
That's
gotta
just
I
like
gotta do
fucking.
that. Are you
That's
sure
big.
you want me to
Yeah,
knock it down?
knock it down to 3.
Okay. All right, I will knock it down. All
So
right.
you're not as close to death from exhaustion yet.
No, you're
Yeah,
not
he's
at death's
fine.
door.
Okay.
He's fine. Don't gotta
Fine.
worry about them.
Fine. It's okay.
So, yeah. We were gone for a week as things came up. Real life reared its head once again. But we are back today for to continue on with this little mini adventure here.
Seriously.
I see the
fuck, bro.
bot is not working still.
So
I-
I did finally transfer it over to my Pi,
Mm-hmm.
so I don't have to rely on Google's shitty servers anymore. But now Twitch is being an asshole with their auth tokens. So
Oh, fun.
fun.
Yay.
Yeah, fun.
At
Yay,
least now
off
it's
tokens.
in-house and you can deal with it on your own time.
I mean, this is true. Oh, I forgot I had to break this out too. Because
why do you have a deck of many things?
because Arian had a deck of many things.
Yeah,
And-
fuck that deck. That's
Yeah,
just with Therian. It's not.
Therian
No.
had
Yeah.
it.
Yeah,
It's not with
Therian has a
Therian.
deck of many things.
It's with Reaver. Reaver has
Fuck
the
you,
deck.
Reaver. Why do you have the deck of many things on you?
He left the deck with Reaver along with his other things that he would no longer need because he was no longer an adventurer.
That's fine. You lock that shit up on like a metal box, and you stick that metal box in another metal box, and then you take that metal box, and then you fucking cast an iron block around it, and you leave it in a corner of the shop.
Yes.
Yeah, the problem is that we
But-
all think it's a good thing because we drew nothing but good cards out of it.
Yeah. Also, Therian, that would have been maybe a logical leap to take, but that wasn't in Therian's thought process.
Yeah.
God damn it, Therian.
So Reaver is in possession of a deck of many things along with that horn, which I still can't find the table for, so I'm just gonna have to recreate it.
That's nice.
I went through every one of my notebooks, every one of like the pieces of scrap paper I have, everything that I've used for this campaign and like previous campaigns. I found all notes from campaign 1, campaign 2, like little one shot RPG mixtape notes, everything except that sheet of paper that detailed what was going on with the horn.
That's weird
Possibly be
because
electronic.
Did you
we-
check?
we've seen you use that chart.
Yeah.
Did you check your Google Docs? Because I could have sworn you were like saying something like, "Let me check my docs" or something like that.
I went to I went to double check my docs and everything, and I'm looking at it, and it's like there's nothing.
What list? You never made a list. It never existed.
Yeah, because I'm like looking through it again, and there's nothing on here detailing anything for Wildlands.
Wow.
Like, I have notes from our Tomb of Annihilation and Dragon Heist games, but I don't have this.
Wow.
Like, this is literally the only information I have on the one magic item I created that is missing, and I don't know where it's at. So, it's getting a facelift.
Yay! A new face job.
Think like me, it's being used as a bookmark somewhere.
I'm gonna open my Dungeon Master Guide one point. It's like, oh, there it is.
Yeah.
Pretty much. I bet that shit's gonna happen. You're gonna open a book randomly and be like, oh look, here's that fucking thing.
Well, now we're gonna be adding this and this together, and now you have to do 2 d20s.
So, without further
I do.
ado and me complaining about my horrible process on keeping my notes intact. So we're going to open up now. with the start of the next day.
Crap. I didn't.
I am going to need both Dorngull and Farron to give me Constitution saving throws.
Constitution saving throws.
All right, give me a sec here.
Okay. What's my con modifier?
Oh, for fuck's sake, give me the die. Okay. Natural 20 for 27.
Very good.
Nice.
Fuck you. I didn't roll as good. I rolled a 17 plus 8. That is a 25.
That's still good. So the two of you wake up this morning not really feeling any adverse effects aside from Farron your levels of exhaustion.
Yeah.
But you're not you don't feel any
Like
worse.
shit?
You don't feel any worse for wear. You don't see anything sprouting from your skin, any discoloration or anything. You honestly don't feel the plant inside of you at this point in time.
That just makes me feel even more scared. Like there's like, just because, you know, Thorngold's a druid, so he knows shit doesn't crawl into you and then it's gone. it's like you know, then, you know, with his thing with the sanctuary, he's like he's like, I need to find an actual cleric and be like, yo, greater restoration. Yeah, one that actually is gonna have greater restoration memorized and not like, you know, whatever the opposite to greater restoration is.
Dorngal hasn't asked whether or not I have greater restoration prepared, so
He hasn't seen you cast anything except burn a motherfucker to the ground spells.
I mean, this is true.
I mean, yes, you're a cleric. He doesn't consider you the kind of cleric that does the nice touchy feely
Cleric.
things.
I mean,
He's-
you're not wrong.
He's like, you're one of those clerics. It's like,
Someone will
you're
touch me and find out.
yeah, you're an enforcer. You're not like, you know, you're not part of the medic class. It's like,
If this was a modern day D&D type of campaign, Farron would have just been like, pregnant, baby, aliens.
Oh no, it'd be far worse.
I'm sure.
oh yeah, pretty sure.
For the record, I do actually have greater restoration prepared. More of it because she saw that plant go inside of you, and if it starts acting out, she wants it.
No, I'd probably burn it.
It's too late, but it's
not to heal us or anything, or I mean,
No.
like, you're gonna be
Oh,
under my
baby.
control and part of my personal army.
So
yes.
after the two of you awaken and you don't feel any worse for wear, the rest of you are now sitting in. The rest of you begin to come to inside this cabin. The small flower beds that had formed the previous night from the pollen sort of just like touching down on the ground are now dried up and brown. No signs of life whatsoever.
I'm okay with that.
From the sound of it outside, it seems as if the snow has stopped.
Dorgo's gonna check the window and see if the snow is still like, you know, like halfling height.
Okay. Dorgo, when you take a look, you don't see any snow.
Okay, that's not natural.
Like, you look out and you can see a few flecks here and there on the ground and, you know, up on the trees and the leaves, but you're not snowed in. Judging just from the coloration of the ground, it doesn't necessarily look like there's been any sort of heavy snowfall for weeks.
I distinctly remember, not a false equivalency memory, that there was snow blocking the door, and I saw like
Yeah,
a shit ton of snow
like you,
outside.
a couple of you tried to push that door open, and the door was halted by like a heavy blanket of snow. When you looked outside the window, it was like right underneath the lip of the window itself. There was, for all intents and purposes, a lot of snow last night. You even remember the bite of the cold against your fur that night. But from what it looks like outside now, nothing happened.
My friends, this is not natural, but the snow from last night, it's all gone. Look, and he points out the window.
And sure enough, when those of you who go to check, there is nothing. I mean, again, the flecks of snow like on the ground and on the leaves, but nothing that would indicate any sort of heavy snowfall.
See.
That's a
See,
couple.
see.
Weird.
Breva, you are from this area, yes?
More or less.
Is this natural? Lots of snow night before, no snow in the morning.
No. No, it's not.
Just making sure. I've
Re-
never been here before.
Reaver, can you give me a perception check if you are looking outside that window?
Sure. I'm not quite awake yet. That's only a 13.
13. You could swear you saw like a brief flash of movement up in the trees, but straining your eyes just a little bit more, trying to get a lock on what it is, you sort of shake it off that maybe it was just, a morning bird or something.
Natural or not, will probably work in our favor, allow us to travel a little quicker.
I do not disagree with you, my friend. This land is definitely strange.
And it just gets stranger from here.
Durangle's going to start packing up. Is the bathtub fireplace thing still out and
intact?
about?
Still out and about, still intact.
All right. Durangle's going to start a fire and cook up some food.
Okay. Are you cooking up anything special, or is this just basic breakfast?
I am going to, since there's no snow, just have the Outlander background. I am going to try and do survival and see if I can maybe find some eggs or something, because Durgo has a fuck ton of preserved meats and shit. He wants to see if he can find some eggs.
Okay.
Yeah.
So as you open the door, heading on out into the forest, you notice that there's a small picnic basket, probably 2 feet from the door itself.
Hey, boo boo.
It's a decent size, probably enough to carry enough supplies for a picnic. Soft navy blue, not napkin, but handkerchief sort of covering the top of it.
He's gonna take his quarterstaff, and then he's gonna just poke at the basket.
Okay. And when you poke at the basket, there's a soft jingle and clank of what sounds like jars.
I think someone left us gift. And then he's gonna like take the quarterstaff and just basically like lift up the basket and bring it in and just like set it in the middle of the room. Just be like, there's something in there. It sounds like glass, maybe jars, but things are very strange. I don't know what's in there. Can one of you magic people see if it's has the sparkly stuff on it?
Are any of us capable of that?
Don't you do magic as well? Why didn't you
Oh.
just look at it?
I am druid, my friend. I mean, this is not natural. You know, if baskets don't grow outside of your house and leave jars. You show me tree that does that, and I'll build cabin next to it. But this, nothing I know tells me whether or not this is good or bad.
Yeah, I don't actually have to check magic, so. Or look at the cat.
Meow.
Marius just snaps his fingers and fire appears. Best I can do. My options
Alright.
usually involve, can I burn it or can I blow it up?
Can I burn it or can I blow it up?
Fair enough. Those are the
mean,
options
yeah.
I like.
Yeah, those are options. Fuck it. I mean, you only live once, right? Dorngo's gonna Dorngo's.
YOLO.
I mean, yeah. I mean, Dorngo's like, fuck it, like whatever. Actually, I forget. I can cast it ritualistically. So Dorngo's gonna cast detect magic ritualistically.
Okay. So
That's the ritual?
Dorngal spends about 10 minutes going through the detect magic ritual, only to find that there's no amount of magic anywhere on this basket.
Hmm.
It is your average mundane picnic basket.
He pulls the blanket or kerchief, whatever's covering whatever's inside of it off.
Okay. And as you pull it off, there's about 12 small jars, and they're very tightly packed against one another. All of which seem to be carrying a decent amount of what looks like dirt.
Someone gave us 12 jars of dirt. Is like, do I see like a drunken pirate off in the distance somewhere?
I got a jar of dirt.
It's like,
Each of these
We all heard it.
each of these jars are about the size of a mason jar.
and there's dirt in all the jars.
There's dirt in all the jars.
Is this some sort of custom river leaving jars of dirt for peoples?
None that I'm aware of, but I wouldn't put it past you bipedals and your strange customs.
Pour out the jar and see what's inside. Pour it onto something, possibly.
Is that wise? I mean, we just got attacked by singing mind-controlled plants. And then
Don't
now,
sing to the dirt, then.
well, obviously, I'm not going to sing to the dirt, but I mean, if it is dangerous and contained, why would we want to make it not contained?
Well, unless you intend to just carry it around with you and eat it.
It's dirt. Why would I eat dirt?
My point.
I say we leave it here when we leave and count our blessings.
Who left it for us and why? That's
I
the important question. Not necessarily what is it, but who and why.
I don't know, and also I do not know.
Both absolutely valid questions. Hmm.
Have we done our preparation for spells yet today?
You're still in the morning phase, you know, getting ready for breakfast, so it'd probably be around this time before or after that you would do that.
No one's dead. There's no reason to mourn them yet.
And then I am going to swap out a spell, and I'm gonna prepare speak with plants. So I'm just gonna finish my spell preparation for the day. And then are there any like plants or anything that's some sort of foliage that's not grass that's within a decent earshot of the door?
Oh, most definitely. There are bushes and trees all over the place.
All right, so I'm going to burn a third level slot, and I'm going to cast Speak with Plants. And then basically, I'm going to ask whatever the closest plants are to the door, like what left the basket,
No,
or at least give me a description of what left the basket.
a decent sized holly bush, probably a good 4 feet from the house, chimes in. It was not a what, but a whom. As to their identity, I cannot tell you as I am sworn to secrecy.
It, so you know you know who left the basket, but you can't tell me who left the basket.
Indeed. They asked me not to, what was the word, snitch on them.
Do you know if they are a dangerous person?
They've never put me in any sort of danger.
Do they live around here?
You could say that.
But you can't tell me where.
I am afraid not. All who saw them leave the basket have been sworn to secrecy.
All right, well, thank you. I appreciate what little information you were able to give. I hope you get an abundance of sunlight today.
I'm hoping for a lot more than sunlight.
Well, that sounds terrifying. Considering we just got attacked by
Considering what
carnivores.
just happened.
Yeah, like, I'm not gonna press it. It's just like I'm making sure I'm not close enough where potentially like a vine can snag me and drag me into the holly bush. He's gonna go back into the dilapidated house and just go. The holly bush outside says it knows who left basket, but is sworn to secrecy. The plants won't tell. But the person or thing or whatever who left it lives in area. Riva, you think you can maybe see if you can pick up scent and we can track this individual?
Perhaps. Can I first do like a history check or something? See if I ever recall hearing about a person or creature in the area that tends to leave gifts for people.
Sure. You want to give me a history roll for that?
That's gonna be a 12.
You can't necessarily put your finger on it, though you do recall stories of various fey-like creatures calling this forest home from time to time.
Perhaps I can track whatever this is, and if it's a fey creature, then, well, we'll have an early lunch.
You
I
have
will.
lots of animosity towards the Fey beings. Did they do something to you when you were pup, maybe?
Well, they're fey, so that's problem number one. Number two is that they're fey.
They have no control over that, my friend. You're born what you're born as. I mean, unless, someone reincarnates you and then, it's a crapshoot.
Maybe not, but they do have control over their own actions.
Oh, so do I, so do you, so does she.
Yes, and we don't choose to spend our time harassing people, do we?
It depends on how well I know you.
Depends on your definition of harassment.
I mean, Fae, yes, they are tricksters, but that is their nature. Uh, you know, most of them don't mean any harm. Some of them do, but once you learn which ones to not bother, it becomes easy to navigate the territories.
When you're surrounded by them, they're the ones that come to you and bother you.
If you're unlucky, yes.
If you exist, yes. And I'm just gonna trudge over to the door and kind of put my full weight against it to push it open. And start sniffing around, see if I can catch the scent of anything that is unexpected.
Okay. Go ahead and give me an investigation roll with advantage, since you are using your nose for this.
That is going to be a 19.
A 19. Even with a 19, you struggle for a bit, but there's something that, like, right as you're about to give up, something that catches your nose. It's a little bit of a twinge. Almost a combination of cinnamon and honey. Pixie dust.
Immediately the lip goes up into a snarl, and the hair on the back of the neck kind of stands up a bit. I've caught the scent. Are we ready to go? It's faint. I don't want to lose it.
Well, I guess we're eating on the way. Do we take the basket? Yes or no?
Bring it.
Okay. And Dorngo has hesitantly grabbed the basket of dirt.
All right.
He's not opening any of the jars at all.
As we head out, I'll offer to Marius to eat out the what we call them, bag of goodberry bags, good sack lunch. That's what we call
Yeah,
them.
the good sack lunch.
Yeah, so I'll offer him some food out of there as we travel, so he can have food.
Absolutely.
I forgot you all have the magical sack lunch from Raccoon.
Yep.
Oh, that's right. Do I have that written down?
Absolutely. Kitty
Should be in there.
partake of
Everyone had
that.
one. I guess I technically have two, so I'll give Marius one. Because I would have gotten my brother's.
I don't know why I didn't write that down.
So Marius can have Rill's old bag. I don't need to.
Whoever has the description, if you can just shoot it to me, oh, I can add it to the sheet.
Yeah, so the good sack lunch, it's just a brown paper bag with your name written on it. And when you reach in, you pull out whatever food you're thinking of, and it's pretty much got the equivalent of Goodberry.
Yeah. We have to like stock it with food, but that food becomes Goodberry when we put it in there.
Ah, okay. Sweet.
So we got in the habit of cooking and then tossing the leftovers in our sack lunches.
Guess we're following Reaver.
Yeah, once everyone is packed up and ready to go, double check we haven't left anything behind, and then I will do my best to follow that scent.
Okay.
Not to trouble you, but could I get a ride?
It's immediately, just like last time, grab Marius by the scruff of the neck and like toss him up into the air so he lands on my back.
Okay.
Why do I picture him landing in just like the full cat claws into the thing they land on?
Land,
poof
grab
up.
the bird
Yeah.
in the hat, pull down. Good to go.
All right, Reaver, as you are trudging along through the forest following this scent, what skill of yours are you going to be using here?
I think I'm going to rely on my survival here.
Okay.
That will be 17 survival.
17 survival, nice. Can you give me a percentile roll?
Not as nice. That's a 38.
38. Okay. So you begin leading everybody through off through the forest on the opposite direction that you were heading previously, following this like ever faint scent of honey and cinnamon. And it continues to grow as you're catching multiple scents now, to the point to where like the scent of pixie dust becomes extremely overwhelming, to where you have to stop as it's getting to you. It's causing a bit of confusion every now and then. You begin, like in Marius, since you're on his back, you begin to sense him like jumping a little bit every now and then at shadows. And then there's just this soft laughter beginning to surround the group coming from the trees. But you can't really catch sight of anything. Quick little darts out of the corner of your eyes, but no solid forms at the moment.
Do I feel like we're in danger?
Give me an insight roll.
too good. Let's see. Yeah, that's a 12.
12. You don't really get a sense that you're in danger, but you also get the sense that you aren't 100% safe. And as a lot of you are like looking around and jumping every time you see movement, you catch a soft green light beginning to fly out of one of the trees. And it softly begins to float down and land on a rock. About a good 40 feet from Reaver.
When it lands, I'm gonna move forward about another 10 feet and then stop and kind of lower myself into defensive posture, but looking very clearly at whatever this is, so the rest of the group behind me can see clearly as well that I'm looking directly at something.
What about the rest of you?
I'm gonna follow Reaver's lead just because he's from the area. So
Same.
I'm gonna queue on Reaver. Like if Reaver just starts acting like shit hit the fan, Durangle's gonna follow suit.
Yep.
And the light sits there for a moment and flickers every now and then. And almost just in an instant, there's a poof of this bright green dust that just fills the area. The small being that was encapsulated in this light begins to grow. About 4.5 feet tall. Dressed in a very glowing, bright, vibrant green dress. What almost looks to be like a faux mushroom wizard-like hat sitting on her head. Her skin almost the same color as the dress she is wearing. Very playful grin on her face as she looks at. Well, I didn't expect to see you again. And you have friends. Where's that funny dwarf? You always had the most enjoyable stories.
The oaf has finally retired.
Oh, that is sad to hear. Is he still in good spirits, though?
Always.
At least he still has that about him.
Among other things. Refresh my memory. You are...
I'm hurt. You don't remember me. Maybe some of the oafishness rubbed off on you?
Heard a lot of stories and a lot of names over the years. Not as young as I look.
You do look a little more spry and a bit more colorful in the first since the last time I saw you.
A gift from the oaf.
Well, if you've forgotten my name, we'll start from step one again. You may call me Lady Frolic. And I know you, dear Reaver, but what of your friends? Did they get my gift? Oh, they most definitely did. The bear is carrying it. Let's say
The dirt.
Yes.
Is it?
And she slowly just starts to skip over to Dorngal, just like starts poking and prodding his legs and running her hands through his fur. I must say, we don't get many bipedal bears around here. You are an interesting one.
I am not bipedal bear, miss. I am bear folk.
Hmm.
My kind are descendants of bear, yes, but I am not bear.
Fascinating. I would like to study you more. But
That sounds disconcerting. Are
Oh.
you Kamuraskin?
Tell me what now, dear? No, I am just I'm a woman of curiosity. But you don't have to say yes or no now. Nor most of my investigations are done after the souls have left the body. But I would be greatly appreciative if you would sign your body over to me after you were to pass on. There is much I can learn about your people from you.
That is not something I can do. When my mortal coil is no longer connected to my soul, my body will be cremated and sent back to my clan and laid with my ancestors.
Such a waste of a perfectly good body, but I understand and I will not press you farther. But if you ever do reconsider, let me know.
Can I recognize what she is?
Sure. Go ahead and give me you can give me either a history or nature or arcana if you'd like.
It's gonna be nature because that's my best bet. Uh, 21.
21. She is a variation of pixie. She is a forest pixie. So with the amount of talent she's already shown with her ability to enlarge herself, she's a pixie matron.
Would the 21 let me know anything about their disposition? Like, like easily, if like, are they like leprechauns, easily offended, shit like that?
She doesn't seem to be giving you any sort of feeling that she's easily offended. She seems to be a bit more courteous than most Fae that you've come across. Not trying to trick you in any sort of way to signing over your body, but just giving you the straight out decision on whether or not you would be so kind as to sign it over.
Okay, doke. Miss Frolic, is this custom of your people?
It's lady, dear, not miss. I've earned that title.
Sorry, I do not know these titles.
Oh, it is okay. You are but new here. I can't expect everyone to know what our customs are. Now, in regards to that dirt, she kind of reaches in and just like taps one of the jars. It's just very nutrient, healthy dirt. Perfect for growing plants. She kind of gives you a very teasing smile.
We have very bad experience with plants. Thank you, but rather not have any more.
I know all too well the experience that you had with the plants. We heard the singing. We saw what happened. It was quite the spectacle. And now that those two buds are inside of you, we wish to provide them with the necessities to grow and flourish.
How do we get them out?
Yes, I don't want those things. I don't feel bad. This thing is inside me.
Oh, you don't feel bad yet. My guess is it hasn't entered the first stage of its development yet. It hasn't necessarily fully incorporated itself into your body. That comes
Okay,
later.
how do we get rid of it?
Why would you want to get rid of it? It's a blessing
I
to become one with
don't.
the forest. Why would you not want
Uh,
that?
as much as a druid, that might sound appealing. Uh, I am not the touchy feely kind. I don't want to be part of the forest. I want to be of the forest, live amongst it. I
Hmm,
don't want to be it. There's a big difference.
We'd like them alive.
I see.
Or at least useful.
And you, Pinky, are you of the same inclination?
You just see her with like her short sword, like she's about to commit seppuku. She's like, "Oh, yes."
It's a shame. You would have both made beautiful flower beds. But yes, I do know of a way to remove it
Without killing them.
without killing them, yes. But I'm not one to give that information away so freely.
Oh, you want money or some sort of favor? Yes.
Money? No. No, I have no needs for money. I'm thinking a game. A simple wager. If you win, I will grant you the means of ridding the plants from your body. If I win, the two of you stay with us until the flowers fully grow and become part of our magnificent little forest here.
So basically, we win the game or we die. That is our options.
Not well. If you lose, then yes, well, your fate is sealed. But we would not kill you right off. We would have to let the flowers fully grow. Don't worry. If you do lose, you will be well taken care of. Not wanting for anything, pampered until the end.
I do not like the notion of being stuffed pig.
Same.
Stuffed pig. I've never heard that term before.
It's a thing farmers do before they take pig to slaughter. They feed it until it does not need any more food, and let the food digest so it gets nice and plump. And
Oh
gets,
no,
good laid fat.
no,
And
we would
then,
we would never do something as barbaric as to fatten you up and kill you. Think of this more as watering the plants, letting the seed grow.
I am thinking it's a matter of perspective.
So what do you say? Little game to pass the time?
Dorngo's gonna look over at God, sorry, I always forget your name, Farron, and go, uh, do we have other choice? I mean, it's either win the game, get cured, or uh, die natural death. I guess that sounds kind of odd, but I mean, I don't know any other person who can possibly fix this, unless Riva, you know where we're going. If there is some sort of cleric or healer or some sort of shaman who might know how to take these things out of us safely.
There might be a chance, but there might also be a chance that when we arrive at our destination, nobody else is there.
I hope for your sake, if you arrive there, you haven't gotten to the point in its life when you become contagious.
These plants that have infected my companions, You and your kind cultivate them?
Oh, we don't cultivate them. No, they are just a natural part of this forest. And as such, we are sworn to oversee their life and their nourishment.
You're sworn to oversee their life and nourishment, then why offer to get rid of them?
Because not everyone wants to be a planter. So we give them a choice. Simple as that.
Sound like a choice. Sounds like a bet.
Less a bit. No gambling as is something so simple. A test. if you
Trusting
will.
your kind to keep your word is always a gamble.
Well, see, then you have already grown, Reaver. To know not to fully trust us. Because you know we will employ every dirty trick in the book to ensure we win.
Precisely.
But we are also your friend's best bet at a cure.
So you want us to play a game where you stick thumb on scale and see if we're lucky enough to win your cheating game?
It's more you solve a problem for us and we solve a problem for you.
That doesn't sound like a game. That sounds like favor.
Oh no, it is a game. The game comes at the end.
So we have to solve problem and then play game. I'm very confused.
Let me explain it in a simpler matter. There is somebody deeper in this forest that has been a thorn in our side. Not just our side, but the side of the forest. And it's getting to the point that some of the elementals around are beginning to get a little antsy. So to quell any sort of early mating habits of elementals, we need this thing taken care of. Chase it out, kill it. Whatever you need to do. Just get it out of here.
What is it?
It likes to call itself a treant, but I don't buy it.
Wait, aren't you supposed to take care of the treants too? I mean, they are natural.
This
Well, I
one
mean,
is not natural, if you've seen the things that it can do. I haven't seen a treant before that's able to drain the life out of other living things or provide life to something else. Wielding human-like arcane abilities. It's all in
Are
all
you implying that
disturbing.
You've got a treant that's becoming a necromancer.
You know, we haven't really thought about describing it that way, but that's exactly what it is. A treant necromancer.
I think Durangle's just like, he just see like a very confused bare face because that just doesn't compute in his head. Like, I mean, he's seen different types of treants. Like he's seen cacti treants and palm treants. They come in different shapes and sizes. He's never seen a treant that's also a necromancer. He's like envisioning an evil tree summoning like wilted, like shriveled, like smaller evil trees to do their bidding.
Just animates a fallen log on the ground.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you get rid of this treant necromancer, and then you head to a spring. In this spring, you may choose to drink from it. Drinking from it may rapidly increase the growth of the plant, or it might get rid of it outright.
Is this something of chance, or this is something we have to trust? You're not lying to us.
Oh, it is, as everything in life, it is chance. You drink from the water
mean-
and something happens.
I can just burn it to the ground.
The water?
No, the tree.
Oh. I guess you could, but please don't light anything else on fire. That would get the rest of us rather upset if we have to repair any fire damage to the forest.
Well, just if we solve your problem, don't go back on your word.
Oh, we never go back on a word. We may go sideways, slightly to the left, slightly to the right, maybe a little topsy-turvy, but we never fully go back on a word.
Reaver, have you ever had barbecued pixie?
I have, actually. Quite tasty.
Now,
Like Durango's gonna whisper. It's like, it's really not a good idea to threaten.
Any
fire
har-
weapon.
any harm comes to me, and then I can very well guarantee that those two are just going to be planters.
Well, then out with it. Where's this evil tree that you probably in no way have helped?
Due north. But to make things fair, as we only have two of you here, kind of reaches into her pocket and she just blows a large puff of spores out into the area that you're in.
Can I react to that as she's blowing?
Sure.
Seeing her reach in and pull something out, Reaver is going to jump up slightly in the air and land on all fours with a reverberating thud as he does, and it kicks up a wind in the area as he casts Resting Wind.
Ooh.
Create a burst of air that can rip weapons and other items out of the hands of your enemies. Each enemy on the 20-foot radius center on the point you target within range must make a successful strength saving throw or drop anything held in its hands. The object lands 10 feet away. Okay.
Ooh.
Blow that
better
shit
than my
right out of her
solution.
hands.
That is going to be a strength saving throw of 15.
What is Reaver's spell save? I know it says 13 on there, but I don't know if that's actually correct.
It might be
It
Rangers
might
have
be.
shitty DCs.
It is. It is 13. Yeah.
She
So
kind of,
that is a success.
and as the wind kicks up, she kind of shelters herself with a little bit of her dress, and she kind of scowls at you and brings up her
Scowl
hands
right
and
back.
just blows out the puff of spores towards the group. She's like, good. Now you're all playing. Now run along, and may the odds be in your favor.
Did you just infect my friends with the crazy bee planter thing?
They're not crazy, but yes. I mean, if they're going to participate and help you, they have to be infected. It's part of the rules.
You assumed we were going to participate and just blew it in our faces.
Your feline friend here mentioned, your feline friend mentioned pointing you in the direction of the tree. I took that as an agreement.
Wouldn't they also have to make a
Why does he
saving
agree
throw?
for me?
You're with him. I thought he spoke for the group. He seemed to be rather confident in what he was saying.
That's a poor assumption on your part.
I'm sorry?
That's a poor assumption on your part.
Yes, well, I apologize, but rules are rules.
Apology not accepted.
Oh,
like
you.
that.
This is why Fae end up as Crispies.
Yeah, you can always
Yes,
turn him into a popsicle. It might be good as a ice cream pop.
You are doing nothing to repair the reputation of your kind.
I didn't know our reputation was damaged.
It always has been.
Not amongst other Fae, it's not.
Of course not.
Well, if our reputation is not damaged amongst other Fae, then is it really damaged at all?
Now you're speaking like an elf. That's
Well-
Excuse
almost
me.
as bad.
Well, elves do have Fae blood in them.
A little offended over here.
But you have work to do. Those plants aren't gonna stay dormant for much longer. I bid you luck. But, and most of all, have fun. May this be a growing experience for either you or the plants or both.
Your
I
sense
don't
of
like their humor
is a bit
either.
strange.
She gives a small curtsy, and there's just like another poof as she shrinks back down. You see this little green light fluttering away back to the trees.
He's like as Durango's walking off, he's like, I like the Fae in my homeland much better. They're not as aggressive as the Fae here.
This
Okay,
is
let me
how
read 'em.
entire Fae forests have ended up burned.
Well, I guess we all in the same pickle jar now. So I guess we head north.
Might as well be.
I'm
dirt
starting my
here.
fence. I did not mean to, I guess, get you in the same boat.
As a rule, this is why we don't trust Fae. Ever.
Again,
I think we should
Fae,
probably just let Reaver eat him.
then we all turn into plant pots. I don't think we want that.
So let's go
For
fix our
this
plant
entire
pots
fire
and
forest
then let
is a
Reaver.
bonfire.
Yeah. We get to the water and then let Reaver eat them. Seems fair.
Perhaps we should also ensure a little collateral damage during the upcoming battle.
Then not to set things on fire. There's lots of other options in there.
We never agreed not to set things on fire.
Sure.
Oh. So, Reaver, are you going to be leading everybody through the forest again, or is the marching order changing?
If nobody takes charge, I will certainly begin the trek forward in the lead.
Okay.
My transportation is leading. Okay.
And I think I would like to do this quickly, because for Reaver, the less time he spends in a Fae forest, the better. So I think I'm going to rely on my athletics moving
Okay.
forward.
I am very slow.
Oh.
Oh, because
I'll reach over and do greater restoration so you could be a little faster.
Right? 'Cause your speed
Mer-
was halved, wasn't it?
I'm gonna remove a level exhaustion off of you.
Oh, that'd be so great. I
So-
don't know if that fixes my speed.
So, as you reach out to do greater restoration, you notice Farron's stomach glow for a brief moment as it's counterspelled.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
You son of a bitch.
Farron, can I get a Constitution saving throw?
Sure. Fuck. Oh, that's fucking great. That'll be a 1 for 8.
Oof.
Mm.
Ouch.
Oh,
Wait, isn't Farron multiple levels of warrior?
Yeah.
Yes.
oh yeah, you have that fucking
Indomitable,
uh,
right?
Have an ability.
Oh,
Indomitable.
shit.
Yep.
Indomitable. Yeah, use that shit. Good job, sir. Good job. Good job.
You're right. Yeah, I'm used to like low level, like people still being low level campaigns. Episode 2. I forgot you're a
is.
level 12 fighter. You've got fire
I'm sitting
bullshit.
here
you
like,
use.
as,
God.
Isn't
as the
counter
resident I play fighters, it's my obligation to remind
Alright.
you.
also
Please.
what level is counterspell at?
Counterspell is a 4th level spell.
Okay, never mind then.
Alright.
Wait, no, because Greater Restoration is a 5th level.
Okay, so it does have to make an a opposed roll versus that.
I also keep forgetting that every time I use
rolled
a roll,
a natural 18. So
I'm supposed to roll something.
no,
right
it just
now?
no, like it goes off of the DC. So
Yeah, okay, yeah.
an 18,
I'm
it's
sure
going to
that
count the
passes.
counter spell. So with Indomitable, you can go ahead and roll your Constitution save again.
hold on, don't I have disadvantage on this? Oh, it's checks. Okay.
Yeah, checks.
Checks,
I
not
thought
saves.
Not quite
Not
that bad
saves.
yet.
Yeah.
No, it is that bad. You have 3 points, right?
2.
Point
'cause you
point
slept.
1 is
I have 3.
Two. You
I
have
thought it was
2.
3.
No, you have 2 because you slept.
You slept. That removes a point of
Oh.
exhaustion.
Right.
Awesome. Okay, hold up. What does that get
So
rid
you're
of?
at 2.
Okay, so I only have
2 points.
disadvantage on ability checks and speed is halved.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Yeah, that's. I rolled a 2.
That's
So
better than a
9.
1.
Yeah.
That is most definitely better than a 1. Okay.
Yeah.
So aside,
Jordan, do you
What?
have your exhaustion tracker up?
I do.
Okay,
I,
because it actually tells you in there what you're under the.
Yeah.
effect.
Yeah.
I see it here. It was just.
I'm
So-
gonna send you some sage so you can fucking burn some sage over your goddamn dice.
so aside
Please.
from like the soft glow on your stomach for just a moment, nothing else happens to you. You
thank
feel
God.
a little queasy after the effects of the counter spell, but that's about it.
I feel like
I'm
I'm gonna
more-
throw up.
Look over at
It's
Farrell and be
passing.
like, well, I don't think a cleric would help you anyway.
No.
All right, Reaver. Go ahead and give me that athletics check.
That is going to be at 25.
A 25. Very nice. Go ahead and give me percentiles.
That's going to be a 65.
65. So you begin running, leaping and bounding over fallen trees and sticks and rocks. And every now and then you can see that the terrain is obviously shifting as you're moving, trying to confuse you. But with your sharp eyes and everything, you're able to still maintain course. And as you're doing it, you can hear some very frustrated gasps like echoing out around you as the Fae aren't really having a grand time with this, seeing as how you're able to navigate so freely through it. But you come to, it takes about another 2 hours or so, but you come to an overgrown area. So the scent of dead leaves and rotted wood are just very heavy in the air. And there's no sound. Normally a Fey enriched forest is vibrant with life, but there are no animals. No wind howling. Nothing.
Before we go any further, let me cast ritual. I can summon an elemental that will be able to aid us against this tree monster thing.
Go ahead.
So I am going to, unless I get jumped within this next 10 minutes plus 1 round, I am going to, as a ritual, cast Rojin Deep Focus.
Let's say you're gonna cast me. That's a 10th level spell. That doesn't work.
I cast DM.
And if the spell goes off, but nothing attacks us, then I'm going to cast Summon Elemental right after. So I will have a Fire Elemental Spirit for 1 hour without the need of concentration.
Let's see. Give me a moment.
Yep.
So you summon a fire elemental.
Not a fire elemental. It's actually in the spell. Like if you look it up on D&D Beyond, it has a proprietary stat block that's for the spell. It's an elemental spirit, not an elemental. So the stat block is in the spell. It's not in the bestiary.
It's in the spell. You said.
Yeah.
I don't see the spell. The spell.
If you go into if you go into D&D
I don't.
Beyond.
I don't have D&D Beyond.
Oh, all right. Hold on. I will take a screenshot and send it to you.
All right.
One of the newer spells, like one of the Tashas.
Yeah, that's, one of the ones at Natasha's, I believe.
Yeah, because the Tasha
Yeah, it's
does a
in
lot of
Tasha's
that.
Cauldron. Yeah. Give me 1 quick second.
Yeah, because Tasha's has all the summon spells that summon.
Does Tasha's
their own
have?
stat blocks.
Let's see.
Yeah, Tasha's intentionally put all the blocks for what you're conjuring into the spells themselves.
Yep.
Yeah.
Getting
So
real punchy.
this isn't Tasha's Cauldron, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. If it's okay, so we're gonna step away to take a break anyway. So I'll just grab my Tasha's Cauldron and have it there.
It's on page 111.
111. Okay.
I also sent you a screenshot from D&D Beyond.
All
So
right.
you have the
Thank
stat
you.
block.
All right. So we're gonna take a quick break here because we're about to get into something big. So give us a few moments. We're gonna get up, stretch our legs, refresh our drinks, and all that fun stuff. And we'll be right back.
ever.
All right, we are back.
Oh, hello.
No, we're not. I'm Groudon.
So I was able to find the spell.
Yay.
So you create a or you summon a medium-sized elemental spirit
Yep.
in the form of a fire elemental. What level did you cast the spell at?
I cast it at 4th because I can't
Okay.
cast anything higher than 4th.
So it's
I'm multi-classed.
so its AC is 15 and its HP is 50. Want to make sure I get that down. Alrighty. So as you are standing in this rather uncomfortably quiet section of forest, the trees begin to groan and crack. A voice begins to whisper to all of you. More of you. Let me guess, more pawns from that annoying little Fey witch. Here to help move me as well.
Sorry, lich tree, necro tree, not sure what you are, but
What did you call me? A necro tree?
Yes.
I am no tree.
Sorry, we were told you are some kind of tree lich slash necromancer thing.
Now she's just getting insulting.
I mean,
And you
we
could
might be pawns,
Reaver.
but unless you
Oh, go ahead.
so we might be pawns, but unless you can offer us a better deal.
As you say that, Reaver, probably about a good 50-ish so feet away from you, you notice that there's the ground itself is beginning to churn as this large flower-like bulb comes up from the center of this hole, and it opens up, and a large stalk sort of begins to come out as the flowers open up, or the flower opens up, and then at the top is the upper body of what looks to maybe at one point have been an elven woman, now covered in vines and bark, her upper face almost completely covered with petrified wood, having in these strange flowers sprouting off the end of it. As the flower fully blooms, a very sickly sweet scent of like what almost smells like rotting flesh sorts begins to emanate out as the ground is covered in this very dense golden brown like moss.
You know, this is what I've always disliked about this forest. Everything is something. Why can't trees just be trees? Plants just be plants? Why does there have to be something inside of them all the time?
So this
I
is a
lean
regular
down and
thing.
whisper, "They."
I am not of your forest. I am not even of your realm. I am trapped here.
Would you like to go back? I could send you back.
You can send me back.
I mean, I could banish you, and that technically sends you back to your home plane.
Many have tried before. And she kind of looks around like to the treetops, I don't believe would appreciate that and may interfere.
I'm very confused. So are we just being sent here to feed you?
Feed me? No. Weaken me so I can be moved. Yes. I can see each of you carry my children inside of you.
Oh,
These are yours.
I mean,
okay.
if you can get rid of them, we'll happily walk away.
Yeah, we don't want any part of your squabble. If you can take your kids out of us safely, we leave and we cause you no problem.
My spawn were never meant to be used this way. We were only meant to flourish and spread. But they did something to us. Made us parasites.
Okay, so it sounds like we have the common enemy. Uh, you help us, we help you, we go about our business. You get to go home, we get to not be plant food. Everybody happy, yes?
As you say that, there are multiple voices, like very high-pitched voices echoing out from the trees. That was not part of the deal.
Our deal was to get rid of them. You never specified how.
Bit of murmuring going on from that comment. As I said, we have an audience.
Okay, so uh are they trying to turn rest of continent to you like us? Like what is happening here? I don't understand what.
They attempt to strengthen the forest. Guard against some sort of shadow. Thinking that my children, these plants, will do anything.
So they want your children to be guard dogs for the forest against the crazy goopy plant things that come, or the monster things that come out the ground.
In simple terms, yes.
Okay, well, we don't know what the goopy thing is. We killed one. Not a fun fight. Uh, we don't want to be mulch again. Not looking forward to that. If we can help you and you help us, what is it? Square. I think that's how they say.
Something we can do.
Well,
And then, as this is going on, that familiar little green speck of light kind of comes down and poofs and grows. And Lady Frolic is now standing in front of Reaver, probably about 10 feet away with her hands on her hips, with a very annoyed look on her face. You are not playing the game correctly.
Sure we are. We're just playing it a little sideways.
Kind of like squints her eyes. Don't you use our logic against us.
Can't read where I love you.
Now, are you going to put her to sleep so we can move her? Or do we have to get rough?
You said you want to get rid of her. We're trying to get rid of her. You never say put her to sleep. That's different. You're changing conditions of the game.
Those were not the conditions we agreed to.
You're
You want
meant,
those conditions, we need a different agreement.
you're meant to fight her, weaken her.
Never specified that.
I am telling
You
you
said,
now.
as I quote, you don't
Not
care
part of
how.
the original deal.
Kind of like stomps her foot and looks around. She looks back at this strange flower creature. I hate it when you mortals think you have an upper hand. All you need to do is take care of her. You do that, and I'll make sure those little plants inside of you go away.
Well, now we can't trust you. You tell us to do one thing, and then we try to do the thing, and then you say do the other thing. And then now you're threatening us with turning us back into mulch. This is it's a threat. It's not a game.
I mean, it sounds to me like they're going back on their word. It's not just a sidestep.
You can see steam like visibly coming out of her ears now as the tips of her fingers begin to grow, and she just like raises a hand, and there's a bit of pain that kind of racks all of you as you can see your veins kind of like protruding a little through your skin, giving a, like a soft like green light glow.
Do we need to make a con save or something?
Mm-mm.
Nope.
Sounds painful.
Oh, it is painful, but you're only going to take 4 points of damage. Now, I'm getting a little fed up with all of you. Finish the game, and you can be on your way. Or I'll just make the plants bloom out of you right now.
It
And she
seems
like
to me.
and she just like turns her back on Reaver, just kind of like waving him off, and she's like, and you, she points to the large flower like woman. You came to our forest, we nursed you back to health, you knew exactly what was expected of you, but every time we think that you're going to start playing nice, you start hunkering your roots down, and that is not what we need. Be nice, uproot yourself, and get moving. The flower like woman just kind of keeps her fingers together. See what I deal with. How about this? You're so fond of games. Kill her. I will rid you of my children.
Is this the plant lady or Lady Frolic that's saying that?
The plant lady. Get rid of her. Get rid of whatever is up in those trees. And I will have your freedom.
Are you going to help us fight them?
I cannot. Sort of bound. But she kind of extends her hands, and like these long like vines erupt from her fingers and dig deep into the ground. And you can see 2 of these long dead trees begin to creak and crack as painful like faces, or faces frozen in pain, kind of form on the tree itself as they begin to come to life and just scream in agony. These 2 can assist you.
Oh, that's not natural.
The veins retract back from the ground and form back into her fingers.
So Durango's gonna turn back at the party and like give a questioning shrug. He's like,
I mean,
it's like, I mean, we know Frolic is trying to do us dirty, so it's just like, I mean,
Amelia
do we
put out her opinion. Let Reaver eat her.
She kind of Frolic turns around back to look at Reaver. You know how strong I am.
He doesn't.
This
he doesn't remember you.
isn't going to be easy for you. Think about it.
I am thinking about it. And right now it seems we have two equal deals on the proverbial table. Perhaps you should make yours a little sweeter.
Sweeter how? I'm open to negotiation now.
Instead of simply a chance of getting rid of these creatures inside of us, guarantee it. And guarantee us safe passage through the entirety of these woods.
You want me to rid you of the miracles growing inside of you. It's precious
Yes.
little plants.
Yes.
And you want our protection through the forest. And in turn, you'll take care of this one and let us be on our merry little way.
In return, we will put it to sleep, as you say. However, if you want it eliminated, perhaps we can bargain for that as well.
I don't want it eliminated. We still need her.
I am not comfortable with this, Riva. If they did something unnatural to this being and are holding her hostage, this doesn't feel right in my belly. Although it could be the weird plant thing.
The puns today, fuck.
Well, I
mean,
can't
if
say
if
that
if
I
we're-
remember too much about this lady. However, she and her kind are Fae. And though Fae are never, ever to be trusted, you can always trust a Fae to be untrustworthy. They are the evil that we know. This other creature is an unknown.
This other creature has only expressed a desire to go home, which we can do if the Fae weren't standing in our way.
Yes, but this other creature has also said that these plant parasites are its children. If we free it from the Fae's shackles, who knows if it is going to go across the land spreading its children.
I have no want or need to infect any of you. That's their doing. We simply wish to leave. Go home.
If that is the case, then remove these parasites from us immediately, and we will assist you.
Kind of looks at Frolic and looks back at the rest of you. I may attempt it. It will not be pleasant. Kind of reaches up her hand, and you can see the tendrils like vines kind of jut out and begin coming towards the group. Now do not resist. This is not going to be comfortable.
This is gonna suck.
And you could see that the vines are like motioning and squirming their way towards your face.
Oh,
But before they get there, they kind of stop and then they fall at your feet as they're severed. As Frolic is standing there. Her eyes are now just burning green with anger. You would dare go back on our deal.
We hadn't reached a deal.
This is why I cannot stand you mortals. Kind of pricks her neck. Fine. We do this the old-fashioned way. She kind of like looks back at the plant. I'll deal with you later. I suggest you retreat. And her body begins to pop. You can hear bones begin to grind and liquefy as the form kind of just shrinks and flattens down to like a goo-like mass. And then it begins to slowly and very quickly and violently reform.
Like black goo or green goo?
Very bright green glue or goo as it solidifies. I'm going to take you guys to a map here. First I need to get her. She as she solidifies, she transforms into this large emerald green dragon.
Fucking chromatic dragon.
Not a chromatic dragon.
A gem dragon.
Take us to a map.
It's okay. Reaver has the perfect sword for this. Won't be a problem.
Bring up an image here.
Oh, that's impressive.
And this is the plant lady.
Dang.
That looks like a dire dryad.
I like the plant lady.
And then the trees.
Oh,
She hot.
That's not creepy.
not creepy at all.
I
Nope.
tap that.
Nope. Nope, not creepy at all.
Funky man
All
is
right.
here.
So can I get everyone to roll initiative?
But why though?
I mean, you don't have to.
You're right. I don't have to, but I want to. My rolls are shit today.
That's different from any other day.
Ooh.
My rolls were great in season 2. Now it's just shit. It's karma.
Are you using the same dice as you did in season 2?
Yeah,
That's why. Gotta
That's
get
why.
yourself some season 3 dice.
I do. I'll have to buy some new ones.
See, I don't.
That sounds like advertising for your business, sir.
It does.
Wasn't intended that way, but yeah, I happen
Yeah,
to
but
know
the
a
dice
dice
roll
company.
well, so there you go.
And, you know, just between you and I, some new sets are releasing this month.
Hooray. Be right back.
Is everybody rolled up?
I think so.
Yep. All right, Marius, start us off.
All right, we are gonna open up with. Oh, so many options.
Do the best one.
Gonna open up with Elemental Bane.
Oh, that doesn't sound good. Choose one creature you can see within range and choose the following damage types: acid, cold, fire, lightning, or thunder. Target must make a con saving throw or be affected by the spell for its duration. The first time each turn the affected the target takes damage of the chosen type, it takes an additional 2d6 damage of that type. Moreover, the target loses any resist. Ooh, I remember this. Yeah, you did this against the plants, huh?
Yeah, this is my favorite opener for my bullshit right here.
Incoming cat wizard bullshit.
So that is a cold element bane on it.
Oof. Okay.
It does get to make a save.
Constitution, you said.
Yep.
Who are we fighting?
That is going to be a natural 20 for 25.
Okay. Okay. And how big is this now? I like this answer. Okay, so I'm gonna go 30 feet that direction. No, sorry, 20 feet that direction. And my mental projection is going to end up over here.
Over where? I'm sorry. Over there.
Yep.
When do you cast the mental projection?
It's always up. It's like a familiar.
Oh, so it's always with you?
Uh-huh. It's my manifested mind, which is that nonsense. The TLDR.
Okay. So if I were to, if it were to make an attack of opportunity when you moved, I would say since there's two of you on that, it would be disadvantaged because
no, the manifested mind is just it's the small kitty projection.
But it can still see it, correct?
It can see it.
Okay, so it can still.
It can't hit it.
Well, but it can still make an attack against it if it were.
Absolutely.
So I would say with this, since it's leaping from the same area that you're in, it's going separate directions. It's going to make an attack of opportunity with a claw attack against you, but at disadvantage.
Hit.
Doesn't matter. They were both 3s. So that's going to be a 14.
Nope, that misses.
Okay. So you leap one way, Shadow Cat leaps another, and you can see its claw just like pass right through Shadow Kitty. It gets a rather confused,
but no banana dragon.
kind of gets like a rather confused look on its face. Anything else?
No, not this turn.
Okay. Reaver.
Okay, so the dragon is on ground level, right?
The dragon is currently on the ground.
Okay. And I just saw our cat friend there.
Well,
Target.
you saw the kitty leap off of you, and the manifested mind go a different direction.
Yeah. And you tried to use your
I
elemental
tried to bane the dragon.
on the dragon.
Yeah, you saw a bit of like a bit of frost wash over its scales for a moment, but it was able just to shake it off.
Okay. So I'm going to assume then that the dragon is our target, but I still don't know what the creepy flower lady is planning on doing. So I'm going to put the dragon between me and her. And I'm going to reach my head around to my side and pull that crystalline dragon slayer out of its sheath. Take a couple swings.
Okay.
You have a dragon slayer. How nice.
I sure do.
I forgot you had that.
It was the only weapon from Therian that I gave to Reaver. Everything else was just equipment stuff. Okay, so 2 swings here. First swing going to be... Good lord. Is going to be a 30 to hit.
That hits.
Okay. So that will be different. Is this classed as a dragon, or is it...
This is classed as a dragon.
Okay, so it will do the bonus damage then. That was not a great roll, unfortunately. That is going to be 19 slashing damage.
Okay.
There was 2 1s and a 2 in there. I don't believe any of my fancy stuff triggers yet, because that was the first damage that I received, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Then I will take attack number 2. That is also going to be a 30 to hit.
That'll hit.
And this one's a little bit better.
Your Colossus Slayer goes off now.
Yep. That also had 2 1s and a 2 in it. But that will still be 27 points of slashing damage.
27 points of slashing damage. That is very good.
And that will be the end of my turn.
Okay. So at initiative 20, you hear a bunch of like high-pitched battle cries coming from the trees as a torrent of small arrows begins to rain down on you. Can everyone in the group give me dexterity saves? All right. Let me roll the damage here and we'll just go around. All right, Dorngal. A 4. All right, you're gonna take 16 points of piercing damage. Reaver.
17.
17. You are gonna take 8 points of piercing damage. Amelia. You're muted.
16.
16. You're gonna take 8 points of piercing damage. Baron.
5.
5. You're gonna take 16 points of piercing damage. And Marius. You're muted too.
17.
17, you're going to take 8 points of piercing damage. As these little barbed, like, what you would assume are arrows, but feel more like toothpicks, just kind of like poke into your flesh as they rain down on you.
Pixie arrows.
Pixie arrows. Amelia.
We'll start with a spiritual weapon.
Okay.
I'll cast spiritual weapon. I think it arrives.
What does your spiritual weapon look like?
Debating on this. I'm thinking a large pissed off cat.
Right, the death god's a cat, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Oh dear.
We got cats all around.
Give me a second. I need to find.
It would be a black cat if possible, but just large pissed off cat.
Is the spiritual weapon a large size?
I don't think so.
I think it just occupies a 5-foot square, like any
Yeah.
regular medium
a 5
creature
foot.
would.
Which is large for a cat.
Let's see if I can find a better image of a black cat here. You can barely see that one.
Use a displacer cat. I don't know.
Yeah. So it can be anywhere within 60 feet of me, so it'll appear right next to the dragon somewhere. You get it ready.
You know, I'm just gonna use the displacer beast right now
That's fine. I'm okay with that.
because displacer beasts are black cats.
Yes, they are.
It's not actually a displacer beast, so you don't have to worry.
That's a beautiful cat.
They're black unless you have a very cute and cuddly albino one.
This is true.
So then when I cast a spell, I can make a melee spell attack, which is going to be 27.
27 will hit.
Okay, it does a... Where's my d8s? 9 points of force damage.
9 points of force damage.
So that was my bonus action. So then my action, we're going to toll the dead.
Bong.
So I need a wisdom save, please.
Every time I hear Toll of Dead, all I think is the Taco Bell bell.
Ding.
What kind of save did you need? Wisdom?
Yes, please.
So for a wisdom, how does a 7 act?
That would be a fail.
That would be a fail. That
that's
is
gonna be
now
3d12.
3d12. Nice.
It didn't roll horribly. It's going to be 18 necrotic damage, and if it's resistant, I ignore it.
Okay. So it will use a legendary resistance to automatically succeed on the saving throw.
Okay, then it doesn't take anything.
Let me just mark that legendary resistance.
Okay, use your legendary resistance on my cantrip.
What's
And
that?
I'm not so use your legendary resistance on my cantrip.
It's Toll the Dead. I think it's worth it. How many low-level spells throw out 3d12 damage?
Yeah.
Not many.
I want
The only balancing effect for that is its save or suck.
I'm going down that way because just kind of spread out a little.
Okay.
That's my turn.
The trees, I need to make a check here for them. All right, this tree here goes to make a slam attack against the dragon, but isn't gonna hit anything with a 9. And this dragon, or this tree here, moves to here. And with the soft glow, it kind of reaches out, and you see a small green pulse come from it as the trees around it begin to wither and die. But Dorngal, the fire elemental, Farron, and Marius, you heal for 6 HP.
Ooh. Heck yeah, I'll take that.
Get that plant juice.
All right. The on the dragon's turn, kind of rumbles annoyed at all of you as there's a quick poof, like a large poof, and then the cloud slowly separates.
Now there's 2 of them? Oh, I hope that's just a major image. Oh, fuck you!
That's some bullshit.
There, as 3 of them are now standing in front of you.
Fuck me.
That is some next level bullshit.
Someone explain to me why we are attacking the queen again.
Because we thought it was gonna just be us against the fucking dragon. Apparently, it's like now us against the dragon clutch. Because
No,
We didn't
it's
like her.
Faye.
She pissed us off.
Dorngal.
Oh my god, fuck me. So I am going to rage. So I need to roll a d8. And it is a 5, which I don't have written down.
Oh, because your rage plate. That's right.
Yep.
That I at least have written down. You said 5?
Yep.
Okay. So I don't know how exactly this is going to help you in this sense, but 5 is a well, you get a tail. You get this large flat-like tail that kind of grows out of your back, as you can feel also like 2 very thick teeth kind of forming in your mouth. As
Am I a fucking
Are you
beaver?
a beaver?
you are a beaver.
Yeah.
Beaver.
We're not fighting the tree. That's not going to
As-
help.
As a beaver, attacks against forest creatures, plant-based or whatever, have advantage. Your tail can also do a sort of like little ground pound to temporarily stun anything in front of you. You also have increased swim speed, but at the moment there's nothing really to swim in at the moment.
That's fucking hilarious, dude. Fucking beaver.
I mean, they're not all home runs, okay?
I mean,
Love
I
it.
mean, I dig it. I mean, you know, it is what it is. That's just fucking bananas. I wasn't expecting beaver. So Dorngold's gonna like, you know, look at his tail and then feel the fucking buck teeth in his mouth, and he's gonna turn to the elemental. And he's like, "My friend, let's go down in blaze of glory." And then, you know, gotta get some.
The elemental kind of just like looks at you and does like a motion like it's cracking its knuckles.
And yeah, so it goes immediately after me. So I'm going to charge in, and I am going to try and raffle this thing's copter. Let's see, we do get extra attack. So let's see. 22 for the first swing, and 23 for the second swing. 12 and 13.
12 and 13. Both will hit.
All right, so 12 with dash 3. Oh fuck yeah, it's 12 and 11. So that is going to be a 6. That's going to be 18 on one and 17 on the other. It's slashing damage.
Okay. So you reach out and you slash at this thing both times. As you do, it passes through it as it kind of shimmers, disorienting for just a brief moment.
All right, so this is the one I attacked. So, all right, so I'm wondering if it's like, I'm wondering out of character if it's just basically some kind of blur. So from the poofing thing it did, the upper and the lower are the ones that appeared, right? Next to it?
Yep. There's like a big cloud of smoke, and then there were multiples.
Okay, so that one is so then this one,
It's like
so it's
after like you slash through it, those of you who see it have seen this like distorted image can now see directly through this creature.
all right. So the elemental has an intelligence of 4, but if the creature I'm attacking looks incorporeal, like, I mean, would it go to the incorporeal one, or would it attack one that doesn't look incorporeal?
Let me see here. Look at
I
it.
mean, it has a 4 intelligence, so I mean, I'm not sure how you want to call that.
I will roll an intelligence check for it. Make it fair. Okay, so with that roll, they got a 16. So they kind of look at it and they instinctively go to the one next to Reaver and kind of pull back its fist, and it goes to throw two attacks. You cast it at level 4, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Are you rolling for it,
Yeah,
or I'm rolling for it?
I'm rolling for it.
All right, cool.
All right, so they both roll the same, so that's going to be what's your spell attack modifier?
My spell attack modifier is it's a +8.
A +8. Okay, so it goes to throw 2 punches, but the illusion seemingly just like, well, not the illusion, but the dragon seems to like dodge the attacks.
All right. That is all I can do. Move, action, and bonus.
You notice that as it's moving, its body's like brushing up against the trees, and it's showing like force being generated from the movement.
This one right here.
The one at the top.
All right. Riva, I think you have the real one.
Yeah, just kind of look over at you and give you a nod. Also, because your elemental is within 5 feet of me and is an ally, it gets +1 to its AC.
Cool.
Oh, nice.
Farron.
First question: do I still have half health?
Why would you have half health? You slept.
Okay, don't have that anymore. Let me fix this then.
Yeah, like you only had half health because of the combat.
I can remember what gave me the half health to begin with.
You got rafflecoptered.
Yeah.
Probably. Do this.
You
and
tried to
then
get eaten by a plant that you sang to?
that too. Okay, so fix that. So I'm not as in danger as I was. So seeing that the top one might be the real one, I'm just gonna move 15 feet, 5 and 15, and I'm gonna take the dodge action.
I'm sorry,
And
say
that's
that again.
Speed.
I only have 15 speed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Half
Oh,
speed.
from the exhaustion.
Yep, I can't do
Yeah.
anything else, so I'm gonna take the. I think it's the dodge action, right?
Yep, dodge gives anything attacking you disadvantage on their attack roll.
Yep, that's
Okay.
all I can do.
Marius.
Okay, so we know the middle one's fake.
Yep.
And you did hear me call out to Reaver saying, I think it has the real one.
It has the real one. Who? The elemental?
Reaver.
Oh, Reaver's
No,
got the
Reaver.
real.
Reaver's name
I
is
think.
specifically called out.
Fine. Reaver. There. Okay, this one. I'm feeling Kyo's pain right now because I've got horrible things I can do, but
It's always a struggle. Also, technically, Dorangal, you have a +1 to your AC as well, and so do you, Groudon, because I am a large creature, so I should be taking up
Oh,
force
that's
first.
Rogen, I need a 20-foot radius template, please.
20-foot
Uh-oh.
radius.
Yes.
Hey, be thankful I said 20-foot radius and not 60-foot radius. I got one of
Yes.
I mean, fair.
Yeah, but the 60-foot one raffles our coppers too. So
those.
Depends on placement.
It will do many horrible things.
Okay, there's your 20-foot radius.
Okay.
Jeez.
Let's put it... Is there any way you can give me control of that? Not? I can
Yep.
work.
There you go.
Oh. Neat. Okay, so it's going to end up there because I don't want to butcher any one of us.
Okay.
And I'm casting Exsanguinating Cloud.
oh god, I remember that spell. God Jesus.
Yes. Yes.
This cloud leeches blood. Any creature. Okay. So
As I go full scholar and rip open the spell book and the quill and
So you cast Ensanguinating Cloud at that area, and as the spell goes off, attempting to pull the blood from this creature, you see it sort of jaunt for just a brief moment and shimmer as you now see through it, as it too is a fake.
okay.
In my defense, I did say think.
Fair enough.
That's fine. I will then immediately drop concentration to not be a problem. I was gonna say you can leave that because I'm probably gonna do it again.
Well, when you do it again, I'll do it. That way we don't start getting Venn diagrams of AoEs.
I mean,
Okay, Kitty's gonna go that way then. And that's going to go there.
that's the spectral kitty, right?
That's Spectral Kitty.
Okay,
Here,
just
I'm gonna
checking.
make life easy. Spectral Kitty.
I was just
Thank
about to
you.
do the same thing.
It's like, that is Spectral Cat. As much as I'd love to do a lot of horrible things right now, I only can do one. Sadness. Okay.
Okay. So before we continue on here, let's go ahead and step away for just a moment because there is something in my house that I need to check. So give us 5 minutes or so and we'll be right back. And we are back. All right. So picking up where we left off, Reaver, you're up.
Well, I've seen these two in front of me shimmer, but I'm not fully convinced that the one at the bottom there isn't gonna just do the same thing. Fortunately, I don't have anything that I can just hit them all with. Let's test it out. I'm going to move down to here and see if anything tries to attack me as I do.
Nothing does.
Okay, then I'm going to proceed all the way around the creepy ass tree until I get within range of this one at the bottom here.
Oh, I forgot Reaver has like disgusting movement.
Yeah, he has 60 feet of movement. And then I'm going to start swinging that sword at this one. That is going to be, that's a 19 to hit.
19?
Yeah. Not super high.
2.
19 would hit.
Okay.
And as you swing, it shimmers.
Thought that might be the case. Okay, let's see, how much movement did I use here? 5. I used 35 feet of movement. I have 25 left. Means I can't get back to where I was. And I'm just too darn big to go anywhere else. Unless... Nope, I should have done that top of... Damn. Okay. Just to see what happens, I'm going to take that second swing against the same target.
Okay.
That would be a dirty 20 to hit.
It looks like it would have made contact, but it just shimmers once again.
Okay. And just to satisfy my curiosity one more time, I'm going to try and take a 5-foot step forward into its space.
Okay.
See if it is a solid object or if I can stand in its space.
And you passed right into it.
Okay. I have 20 feet of movement left, so I'll take another 5 foot there,
Same thing.
and then another 5 foot up into the center one.
Same thing. Like you're just passing through them. Like it's like clicking that these are illusions.
Yeah. So I'm gonna end my turn right there, so that anyone looking over here can see that I'm clearly standing in the space of both of these creatures, and can see that they are both illusory.
Okay. Marius. As you are standing there, kind of off in your little corner, you see sort of the remnants of like just an outline, kind of like predator invisibility a few feet away from you. and then just a singular dragon eye as it like erupts with flame, and a small mote of green fire begins to dance around you. Can I get a dexterity save
Absolutely.
as its invisibility is broken?
It's a neat trick. I like that one.
A 19? I think a 19 will make it. 19 will most definitely make it. So we won't have a toasty cat. As if you would have failed, you would have taken 96 fire damage. But on this turn, only a small barrage of arrows are fired, and it's directly at Marius. Will a 19 hit you?
That will.
Okay, can I get a Constitution saving throw?
Ooh. Oh, that's actually not horrifying. That is a 12.
A 12. All right, you're going to take 4 poison damage, and you are blinded.
That's
Can you still see through your shadow cat?
That's actually the first thing I'm looking at.
yeah.
Because I might be able to, which is horrifying. The
Works
mind
like
can
a familiar
telepathically
stuff.
share with you what it sees and hears. No action required.
Yep.
So you can still see even though you're blinded.
Absolutely, because
That's
it's telepathic.
That's fucking dope.
I love that class.
It's like,
It
I'm
has so
blind.
much-
Well, technically, no.
Yeah,
So much bullshit
yes,
in that class.
but no.
Only
Can you
this
see?
body is blind.
Maybe.
Amelia.
There's the dragon next to me.
Let's go for this one. I don't think. Oh, it can. So bonus action, my spiritual weapon, which I don't have control over, will move up here next to Farah. And then it'll make its melee attack. Or that's not good. 17 to hit.
17 will not hit.
Okay, that's fine. And then I'm going to cast as my action level. The level 3 lacerate. Somewhere near a con save.
That is going to be a 20 con save.
That makes it. It's going to take half of 5d8.
Ow.
Yeah. Well, the crappy thing about this spell is if it fails to save through by 5 or more, it can take the level of exhaustion. So
I'm
that's
happy.
actually
I'm happy the dragon made it.
So it's 30 totals, so it's going to take 15 slashing damage.
Okay.
Magical slashing.
Magical slashing. Anything else?
I feel a little grouped up again, so I'm going to move here.
Okay.
Here.
All right. Tree's turn. Move 20 feet there. And it's going to move there. Kind of closing in on the dragon. All right. Dragon's turn. So, going to look at everything in front of it. Cricket's neck to the side. Take a deep breath and fire out a blast of psionic resonance.
Wah.
I need my wish these were ordered by size. That would have been nice. They're not. It's so weird that there aren't any 60-foot radius on here or 60-foot cone.
Let's say radius, I would hope, because I have those.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, that's nice. It's pretty.
At least it's pretty.
Wait, that dragon does some shit?
The dragon that reappeared, yeah.
Oh, okay. I was about to say that bottom one. That's some bullshit, if it does.
Yeah, I should have moved up farther.
Oh, that fucks with my eyes.
This is 60, right?
It hits everything.
If you line it up sideways, I can tell you.
Close enough.
No.
Yep. All right, so center of the token. So everybody in that breath weapon, I need y'all to give me intelligence saving throws. I'll roll this and then I'll go around and get the numbers from all of you.
Okay.
I rolled high for Reaver, but I don't know if it's high enough.
Yeah.
I'll be fine. Hopefully.
Intelligence is like my worst option.
Are you
We'll see.
smarticles?
It's tied for my second worst option.
Ugh. I rolled well though, so there's that.
Could be worse. It could be a charisma save.
And I'll take that.
Nobody wants those.
I'm at least
ever.
proficient in those.
Please no. I have a -2 on my charisma.
Oh, hey, Mr. Dorngal, how much you get? You're muted.
I rolled a 4.
You got a
Oh.
4.
Yep.
Okay, so you are going to take 47 points of psychic damage, and when until the end of your next turn, anytime you make an ability check, you must roll a d6 and reduce it by that number.
Oh,
Reaver,
15?
15, you are going to take 47 points of psychic damage. And same thing with the d6 on the ability checks. Amelia,
dirty 20.
30-20. All right. You are going to take 23 points of psychic damage. And you're not going to have to reduce anything. Farron.
I too got a dirty 20.
All right. You will take 23 points of psychic damage. No other effects. And Marius, you are fine because you are tucked away in that corner.
Can't see shit. Oh wait, I
I
lied.
can. This thing
Okay.
sees it down here.
I
That's his
forgot.
perspective.
I
And-
can see just fine, thank you. It's just a little disorienting because I'm seeing through different eyes.
I
And
cursed
as-
Playing in third
draconic.
person.
And as it casts its breath weapon. Oh, I forgot to roll for the trees.
I speak for the trees.
Make that tree.
That's a dead tree.
Aw.
Well, at least it's not crying anymore.
I'm gonna
Black tears.
move her off the map 'cause she's not there. And then with a quick little bonus action, you see her shimmer. And then
Can I do a reaction?
depends on the reaction.
Is she going to try to leave? Or try to-
Yes, but not by physical movement.
God damn it. I was going to try to sentinel or be like, no, you ain't leaving.
As she uses a psychic step to teleport 60 feet away.
I can't reach her. Someone throw me, please. Just someone
Just hop on
throw me.
Reaver.
Are we supposed to or not supposed to tell the elf once we toss you?
Fair question.
Farron.
It was Dorngal's turn, though.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Oh,
Dorngal's
I'm
before
sorry.
me.
Dorngal.
Hmm. Oh. That's within range. So. Still raging.
Incoming beaver dragon. Or incoming beaver bear.
I can see that. I don't know why.
27 and 22.
Both will hit.
Excellent. What's happening? Six, that's a 10 and a 14.
A 10 and a 14 for damage.
Yep.
Is this magic damage or considered magical damage?
Yeah, it's from my obsidian axe.
Gotcha. Just wanted to make sure. Anything else?
That is all I can do, and I just want to see what my movement is on this guy. 40 feet cover. So let's see. Oh yeah, he can totally get to her.
All right.
Yeah.
Go with those two slam attacks. That's what you want him to do, right? You want him to attack?
Oh yeah, keep attacking.
Alrighty. Both are gonna miss, unfortunately. Not rolling really well here.
Oh. That's all I can do.
All right, Farron.
I'm getting tired of this dragon moving the fuck around. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to move 15 feet towards Reaver. And then just going to be like, need ride. Can't catch up.
You could at that point use your action to mount me because I am wearing barding.
Yep.
I will
He
do
does.
that.
He does have
please.
that. He does have the battle saddle.
I will ride you. Can I do that?
You're a medium
Yeah,
creature. Yes.
I
Yes.
believe it's an action to mount your mount, right?
Yep. It is a. It is an action.
I will gladly do that.
Okay.
And that'll be the end of my turn.
All right. Marius.
Well then. Well. So the fun thing is I can cast off of, I'm just going to stay where I'm at, but I'm going to cast from my spectral cat. And I am going to burn a 6th level spell.
Ooh.
Do it.
Do it.
Specifically disintegrate.
Disintegration. That's always fun.
And you know what? Question.
Yeah.
When it did its breath weapon, could I tell what element that was?
Psionic.
Psionic. You know what? We're gonna do the disintegrate as cold.
Okay.
Because I physically can do that.
All right, so it's got to make a save, right? Is it a range attack or a save?
It is a dex save.
Yeah.
Dex save. Okay. Well, that's a natural 1 for a total of 7, but he will use a
Nice.
legendary resistance to instantly save.
Cool. So he's only going to take half of this then.
I love the two legendary resistances were Toll the Dead and Disintegrate.
And if he is resistant to cold damage, he's not.
No, he is not resistant to cold damage.
Roll that one and that one. That's a lot of big numbers, actually. So that's 84 damage. Half is 44.
84 damage, half is 44. Okay. Anything else?
Wouldn't that be 42?
What's the total?
88?
No, 44.
Oh, never mind. I heard 84 for some reason. Jesus
Nope.
Christ.
Anything else? Nope. But Spectral Kitty's going to shift over to there.
Okay. Give me a moment. Emilia,
No.
may I have a dexterity saving throw, please?
Okay. Which one of these dice don't want to screw me over? That's a 14.
14. So much like with Marius, his eye glows for just a brief moment, and then the small mote of green fire begins to dance around and it collides into you.
Great.
You're going to take 19 points of fire damage.
Okay.
I rolled super low on all of that.
That felt really low.
Yeah, for 96, I rolled 17. Marius just had his go. Reaver.
Oh, I had planned on doing some fancy stuff on this turn, but then you had to go and give me disadvantage on all my ability checks. So I had to do something else instead. And I think I will start by letting out a howl and casting Zephyr Strike.
Okay.
And I'm going to run in. Let's run down over on this side. So Dorngal gets the +1 to his AC. And then I am going to take 2 swings, and that first one will have the Zephyr Strike on it, so it will
Okay.
be at advantage. I have to re-roll that second die. It's cocked. It's so close to the nat 20,
Oh.
but it's cocked.
It's cocked.
That is going to be a 28 to hit.
28 will hit.
So this is going to be Zephyr Strike is a D8. And Colossus Slayer is a D8. It's going to be all my D6s and all my D8s.
Where's your Hunter's Mark?
Hunter's Mark is a concentration, and so is Zephyr Strike, so I
Yeah.
went with Zephyr Strike. And I shouldn't have, because that was a really bad roll on the Zephyr Strike. And that's just a really bad roll for everything. There's so many ones.
Oh no!
That was my damage roll against Gilly. It was just so many ones. I'm like, I've got 96 damage here, and I get 17.
I rolled 7 different die, and 4 of them are ones.
Oof.
Yeah, and you see, like, everything for me was 4, 5s, and 6s on that disintegrate.
This is why I let Rojan just do all the die roll, because I don't have all that die.
So that's going to be 29 slashing damage and 1 force damage.
So a total of 30?
Yep.
Okay. Anything else?
I'm going to swing one more time.
Okay.
That one's a nat 20, though.
Nice.
Brutal.
Right, it is brutal.
It is most definitely brutal.
I'm actually going to have to bust out the calculator for this one.
Things you don't want to hear after the monster has taken damage.
The saving grace is your Colossus Slayer isn't in there.
Yeah, my Colossus Slayer isn't in there, and the Zephyr Strike isn't in there either.
When you said that, it reminds me of whose line is it anyway?
But on the plus side, this is a Dragon Slayer sword against a dragon, so the base damage is 46. And then I
Okay.
get to roll 5d6 on top of that.
Nice.
And there's 2 more ones in there.
You just need to stop using the ones that keep rolling ones.
Or take great weapon fighting.
Yeah.
So that will be a total of 61 slashing damage.
How do you want to do this?
I didn't get one hit on this thing.
No, you did not.
One.
I think on that first swing, Reaver is just going to charge in there after letting out a howl. And he is, with his ridiculous movement, going to be like jumping zigzags across the dragon as he's making slashes. By the end of that first attack, its wings are all torn to shreds. And then he comes down with that final slash right on its neck.
So he's gonna do zoomies on top of the dragon to kill
He's
it.
gonna do zoomies
Yes.
on top of the dragon to kill it.
I like how he describes this badass thing. We sum up as zoomies.
Zoomies. Giant dog with a sword in his mouth doing zoomies.
There's just
Yep.
me going, I'm helping!
All right. So, since you rolled a natural 20 on the Dragon Slayer, I need you to choose attack or defense.
Ooh. Well, I've already got pretty stellar defense, so I'm gonna go with attack.
Okay. So, as you slice into this dragon, you see a bit of its essence being pulled from it and into the blade itself, as it gives off this soft emerald sheen for just a brief moment. Once a day, you can use a disorienting strike with this blade. This disorienting strike will, when hit, will force them. It's pretty much the breath weapon, but it will make them make a intelligence saving throw. This intelligence saving throw DC is 16. On a failure, they will have disadvantage on all ability checks until the end of their next turn. It will also do an additional 3d6 psychic damage.
Hey, that is amazing. This Reaver has some nifty stuff he can do with grappling, so forcing disadvantage on those ability checks is great.
Mm-hmm.
But with that, you are out of combat. And as the dragon falls, a bit of a hush comes over the trees. And then you just see various lights of these small pixies just jutting off into various directions. That large bulb once again burrows out from underground.
I will approach the bulb person and just kind of look at them expectantly, kind of with an expression that says like, "We just did our job, now do yours," type of thing.
Amelia will approach and kind of be looking the same way.
Am I no longer blind?
You are still blind.
Oh. Well, I'm
You
going
are
to
you are blind for the next 24 hours.
Oh,
I'm going to summon this back to me, and little spectral kitty's going to go back in my hat, peeking out so I can see.
It's not like it's like I'm not blind at all.
you're just a few inches taller than you usually are.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to take us back to the normal.
Yay.
So she stands there, stands there as much as a flower can, smiling at the group. I honestly didn't think you were going to side with me. My apologies for having to force her hand with that little show of vines. But a deal is a deal. Kind of waves her hand, and like a small breeze of pollen kind of washes over all of you. It's rather uncomfortable, but the plants kind of like crawl their way back up out of you and back down onto the ground, and they rejoin her.
Gross.
Thank you.
I
As I
just envision Dorngal just like falling down to all fours and just like hurling out this tree thing out of its gullet.
Just somehow not the worst thing Amelia's been through.
So
Well,
you're saying the thing with the tendrils was just to force her hand?
Yes, I had a feeling she would throw a fit if I attempted to.
They do.
Truth be told, I didn't have the power to do so while she was alive, due to our binding.
I've assumed that. However, now that there's no interference, I can return you. If that is truly what you wished.
That would be much appreciated.
So Amara walk up and just cast banishment on her.
Yep, and she doesn't resist, so she just lets it happen. And she just sort of shimmers out of existence. And if you hold that, of course, you hold the spell for the 10 rounds.
Yep.
They're just instantly transported back to their home plane. And without the resistance or anything like that, if you don't drop concentration, he's gone.
I won't.
Okay. So before you do that, before you go to cast banishment, she's like, one thing. You did a kindness for me today. Up ahead, there's a small spring. Drink from it. Should help you. And after she says that, she lets the banishment happen.
Awesome. Quick
It's-
question.
Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna see if I can carve the dragon if it's still there.
It's not necessarily something you can carve.
Ah, shame.
Its hide is gemstone.
Can I get its teeth?
You can attempt to with a survival check.
Sure. I could try that. Do I have survival? I have decent
Just
survival.
remember, you're still running exhausted.
Yep.
That's true. So disadvantage. Let's see what I can do there.
Don't impale yourself on it.
Oops.
Right?
Oops.
Both 17s. That gives me 22.
You're able to get one of its teeth.
Yay!
Do you have a bag of holding?
I believe I do.
Is that is the only way you're going to be able to fit a dragon's tooth anywhere that resembling a pack?
Yes, I do.
Okay. If you have a bag of holding, you can just slip it on in.
All right. Voink.
Is anyone else getting tired of being tricked into taking action?
Very much so.
Me.
I mean, we did get to kill a fae.
Which is always a good day, but still.
I'd rather the trees version or plants version of tricking us than the phase. Planting something inside of us against our will.
Mhm.
Still, it's annoying.
Very.
Let's try not to pick up any more parasites along the way.
Agreed. Should we find the spring that the plant talked about?
Suppose we might as well.
Came this far.
It was a tad vague, but it might offer some resistance or immunity to that happening again.
Perhaps
Hope
a
so.
good place to rest as well.
Would not be a bad idea.
Not at all. We could use it.
Yeah, I agree.
Guess with that, Amelia will start walking towards where the direction indicated for the spring, hoping
Okay.
to find it.
And it's not too hard to find. It's about a 10-minute walk from where you are. And you come to this decent sized pool of water. Though it almost has a golden, not a golden, but a silver like shimmer to it. The water thick enough to where you cannot see through it or even see the bottom of the spring itself.
Interesting. I'll play guinea pig. I'll take the drink first.
Okay. And you take the drink, and it's like a thick cough syrup. It just
Gross.
sort of like slides down your throat. There's a very metallic taste to it as well.
Ugh.
Yeah, it's not great.
Yeah.
Though you're healed, your hit points are replenished, and any negative effects that you've had on your like any negative effects, resistant or not resistance, but exhaustion, curses, or anything like that are removed from you. But what everybody outside of what Amelia just did sees, she takes a drink of it and kind of shudders from the taste and just collapses asleep onto the ground.
I'm not proficient, but can I do a medicine check on her?
You most definitely can do a medicine check.
Lucky she's not awake.
Just saw you collapse, so I'm like,
I know.
Let's see. That is not great. A 12.
A 12? You can't really tell. You don't know if it's good or if it's bad. Her breathing is shallow, though. as you notice that her skin is like slowly starting to take on a sheen reminiscent of silver.
Can I watch her for like an hour to see if the silver sheen goes away?
You most definitely can. What about the rest of you? Are you drinking as well?
I'm gonna go over to Amelia, and just like poke at her a little bit. Which I'm a massive dog, so it's more like slapping her with a
Yeah.
giant foot,
Yeah.
just to see if her skin feels like it's getting harder, or if this is just a visual thing.
Anybody who has a German Shepherd knows what that touch is.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah, I got one right back there.
My lab does the same thing.
Her skin feels rough. Like, and it's hardening. And her body seems to be getting heavier.
Okay, so feeling that, I'm gonna turn over to look at Marius and just kind of be like, is there such a thing as being petrified but turning to metal instead of stone?
Marius.
Not that I know of. Can I? Oh man.
If you want to do a check, you can give me a history or an arcana.
I was gonna say, can I run off history in case I've ever come across something like this in all my time spent in a library? Not great. 15?
15? You haven't necessarily heard of anybody becoming petrified in anything other than like hard stone. Nothing about any sort of anything metallic, but judging from what you see her going through, this is almost seems to be like almost a draconic like transformation of old. An old blessing, maybe. So as this is running through your head, her body is now completely stiff and it doesn't look like she's breathing.
It might be a cocoon form of some sort.
That
Can I?
doesn't sound like a thing we want.
The only thing I know about this is it's possibly something with a draconic blessing, maybe.
Hmm. Can I cast a cure wounds on her?
You cast cure wound. You can most definitely cast cure wounds.
Just gonna do it at level 1 just
Right.
to see if.
And you cast cure wounds and there's not really any sort of response. You don't see any wounds on her to begin with, but there's nothing showing that the spell has taken. You know that it's been used.
She has not taken any damage. I don't know
I would
Uh,
assume whatever the transformation is probably healed her as well.
I'm gonna
I guess.
press one of my big ears up against her chest, see if I can hear a heartbeat.
Okay. So when you press your ear against her, it doesn't necessarily sound like a normal heartbeat. It almost sounds like a heartbeat that you would hear from, I'm an idiot, I can't remember what it's called when you put the little stethoscope on the mother's stomach to listen to the baby.
Doppler.
A what?
It's a Doppler. It's
A Doppler. Yeah. Okay, so it almost sounds like a Doppler heartbeat. You can definitely hear like fluid in there as well, but the heart is strong.
Okay.
Well, she's not dead, per se.
Oh, that is good thing. Mm,
Fuck it.
you gonna drink it?
I'm gonna drink it too, only because of I have Tiamat's boon and I speak Draconic, so I'm just gonna say fuck it. Plus, I'd like to get rid of these exhaustions.
Screw it, I'm gonna go full dragon.
I don't care. We're going full dragon today, boys.
So Aaron just
So you know-
scoops up some of this silver liquid, and again, it's just this very heavy metallic tasting, like thick cough syrup. And just like Amelia, as soon as you drink it all down, you just collapse.
I do a pose and then I fall back.
Now I don't feel so alone. I'm doing the potentially stupid thing.
We'll be sister twins.
I mean, to me, sounds awesome. Amelia's like, no.
How much did they drink?
A globful, like a fucking.
It's like a pint.
Yeah.
We chugged that shit.
So I don't have exhaustion, right?
You don't have any exhaustion anymore.
Yay! I ain't
have-
dead.
No HP.
You don't have anything anymore.
Yeah,
I don't have a
you're
life.
dead.
Well, that's it.
New characters.
Well, you know what? Science
you actually
and
have a useful
science.
cleric.
I'm going to pull out my alchemist kit and take a sample of this.
Okay.
Enough that it would be a drinkable amount. Put it back in my bag of holding. And I'm blind anyway at the moment, so I'm looking through my spectral kitty eyes. And we're going to drink it and curl up next to the pond.
Okay. Can I get a percentile roll from you, Marius?
Uh-oh.
I don't like this.
Oh gosh, that's terrifying.
29.
29. Okay.
Okay.
You don't solidify,
Ooh.
though the blindness is removed and you are completely healed. Your spell slots have been returned to you. And you feel your body kind of twinge a little bit. You can choose one metamagic ability from the sorcerer tree.
Oh.
Damn!
Can I think on that?
You can think on that.
Okay.
Damn!
Nice.
Reaver is just looking over at Dorngal at this point. like 3 of our companions have just drank this unknown liquid and weird shit's happening to them, and
You see that you see
I
that
look at Reaver. Could be worse.
you can see Marius, like at times when the light catches him, he's got this soft sheen in his fur.
No,
I'm taking one more vial of that now.
join us.
Do it. Do it.
Marius, you're a good cat, right?
Yeah.
You're a good kitty.
Oh
Good kid.
no! What happened to
Can
your
you-
alignment?
Can you roll me a d6, please?
2.
2.
Yes.
You have like that sheen that's on your fur is this like soft copperish sheen.
Well, that's going to be awkward. I am now
The
a
copper
black-
dragon.
I'm now a black cat with a copper sheen.
I like it.
It's copper tone. Durngol's like, I mean, they're not dying. Something's happening. I mean, if the thing wanted to kill us, it could have just left the plant things in us and we'd have died. So, I mean, maybe it's a good thing.
are you suggesting we drink it like they did?
Absolutely.
I mean,
Science.
I'm going to use my mug, and you know, he pulls out like a big old bear stein, and he just dumps it in like, you know, the thing, and he just like basically just chugs,
Yeah.
like a I mean, it's more than a pint because it's like bear folk sized.
It's a bear
So he
pint.
just like
It's
yeah,
it-
he just it's
it's
a
like
bear
the-
it's a bear pint.
they've got like the normal one. You've got like the 7-Eleven double gold.
Yeah.
Yep.
And yeah, he just says, life is adventure, so let's see what happens.
Okay.
And
Mr.
chugs.
Mr. Bearman,
Yep.
any negative effects are gone from you. Hit points completely restored. And all of your spell slots have been returned. I need you to roll
Yay.
me percentiles.
Okay.
What
Let's
triggers the
see.
percentiles?
We don't get that.
Well, they're both animal type.
Yeah,
Maybe
they're
that's it.
they're beast folk.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
true. That's true.
So I'm thinking that's the trigger. It's we're humanoid, they're beast folks.
What happens when a monstrous creature drinks it?
I don't know. Reaver.
Maybe we
You know
should
what?
find out.
Science.
Oof. 18.
18. Okay.
It's like-
It's not bad. It's not bad.
So none of these rolls are bad.
So says the DM.
None of these rolls are bad.
Okay.
Dorngull.
Yes.
Dorngull's a good guy. Can I get a D6?
That's cocked. That's a 5.
5.
That question makes a lot more sense. Okay.
You have a bronze-like sheen now on your fur.
Upper bronze. The bronze really looks pretty good with the brown fur.
Yeah. I'm digging it. He has highlights now.
Mm-hmm. I like it.
90s
I like
on
it.
At the start, I may make you a little more difficult to manage here on your end.
You know, I don't care about that shit.
I want you to choose. I want you to choose another druidic circle. At the start
Oh,
of the
crap.
day, at the start of a new day, you can choose which circle you want to use.
Holy shizer.
I do not envy your character sheet.
No. No. You just basically
Alright.
gotta build 2 character sheets and pick which one you're using.
All right, so
Dorngull
I'm
A,
o-
Dorngull B.
Yep.
I'm only asking this because I don't know if this book is out yet. I have to check, but if it's out, would I be able to choose from the Tome of Heroes that's either out or coming out from
It's
your card?
not out yet. I don't think Tome of Heroes is out, and I don't have access to it yet.
Damn. All
Let me
right.
see. Tome of Heroes, Kobold Press. When are you out, friendos?
And if it's coming out soon, can you hold off on that?
That was, I mean,
If it
well,
comes out in the next week.
if it comes out in the next week, yeah. But I mean, if it doesn't, then it's like, oh well.
Oh, looks like it may be out.
It says it's in stock.
Origins like, well, I have to solve this now. Crap.
No, like I thought I backed this.
I may have a friend who has access to this book. It looks like it's out because there's a PDF and the hardcover is in stock. So, can I look at if there are Druid circles in here?
Shoot it to me, because I could swear I backed this, and I should be getting a copy.
Oh my god! Did you see the first bullet point in the Cobalt Press thing for it?
No.
Circle of bees.
Is it Midgard Heroes?
Bees!
It's
No, it's
Double
Tome of
press.
Heroes.
He
It's
chose
in-
Tome of
the
Heroes.
bees. Okay. So yeah, if you can get access to it, shoot it to me so I can give the yay nay. You don't have to choose right now. Like,
all right.
The hardcover for Tome of Heroes comes out on August 9th, and the PDF has just come out to backers on Kickstarter.
I'm gonna have to see if I got it. 'Cause I know I backed something of theirs. I know I backed the new monster manual. I thought I backed this as well. I might have to check my emails. Fingers crossed that I did.
Yeah, June 27th is when the PDF came out to backers.
Okay.
nice.
I never check my emails, so. What about Reaver?
Do it.
Do it.
Reaver lets out a really, really heavy sigh and mumbles something about all of you being worse than Therian. And
Fair.
he slowly pads his way over to the edge of the cough syrup water.
When you get to the edge, me a nature roll.
Ooh.
Could be worse. It's a 16.
You like it's strange that you weren't able to notice this before, but like right as you get up to this spring to drink from it, there is a moment where you pause as you think to yourself, this is blood.
Have some concerns.
From the looks of it and like the smell and like the taste that people have described, it's some sort of modified silver dragon blood. A spring of it, yet you see no dragon around.
Uh-oh.
The dragon sword isn't necessarily activating to the presence of a world dragon. There's just this small spring of dragon's blood here in the forest.
That's not terrifying.
So, the name of the creature is escaping me at the moment, but there's that like twisted feral creature that wargs turn into when they hit a certain age. Is there any indication in my mind that drinking this is going to push me closer to that in any way?
Trying to find what creature that is.
Yeah, I can't remember the name of it, but it's like when wargs get to a certain age, they kind of start to lose control of themselves, and bad stuff happens to them. Bad stuff. I don't know if that's in the 5e lore or one of the older edition lores.
I think that's older edition. Yeah, I think that's an older edition. So you don't necessarily feel like this would push you anywhere towards a feral nature.
That's good. Can I do either an insight or a history on dragon's blood and the effect that it might have on a monstrous creature?
You can give me history or arcana.
They're both the
Hysteria.
same, so
You give
go
me
with,
hysteria.
that's a 15 hysteria.
15 hysteria. Geigen von Hubert, thank you for the raid. So what did you actually roll? Not hysteria, but
It was history.
history. As a 15, you notice you do recall that dragon's blood has been used in numerous magical experiments and experiments outside that of the circles of magic with varying degrees of results. And with creatures such as yourself, much like the experiments themselves, it's varied. Like it's all dependent on the blood of the dragon that you drew.
Okay. Well, I guess no risk, no reward, right? I will lean down and start lapping up some of this dragon's blood.
Okay. So, much like everyone else, any negative effects that you've had on you are gone. You are fully healed. Any spell slots that you may have are replenished. And I need a percentile.
That's going to be a 72.
Wow.
Okay. So, Reaver, and this is completely with your permission here, Fox. If you don't like this, I will craft something different for you. But with a 72, you go through a bit of a metamorphosis. Your body beginning to shift and change shape. A little shocked as you look down at your front hands or your front paws and they formed into hands. The fur slowly falling away and receding as to where like you now have these human-like appendages. The two of you who are still awake notice Reaver completely change from that of this hulking org to now the stature, a very broad Goliath. A very long black mane of hair on his head and a black fur cloak over his shoulders. The eyes, though, haven't necessarily changed, as they are still the eyes of the feral beast. With consuming this blood, Reaver, you can now, at will, transform between a humanoid and a warg state. If that is something you want to keep, because it is rather changing to what he is.
It is, but I mean, if it's also an at-will thing going back and forth, then, you know, he can choose to remain a warg on the regular and then go into that Goliath form whenever he sees fit, right?
Mm-hmm.
I have a question that might help the decision. Would his Goliath form gain like the wild shape for equipment and armor?
Like pretty much everything that he has on him just changes with him.
Pretty much.
So it's pretty much, yeah, wild shape effect. That way people aren't confused why a giant Goliath is walking around with barding on him.
Or naked.
Or naked. Like the fur pretty much like retracts from the limbs to look more humanoid, and like the rest of it converts into clothing.
That's dope.
That is really dope. But it is a big change.
Now, Fox, you gotta draw your humanoid character.
I don't draw people, man. I don't draw people.
Like someone.
Now, technically, he doesn't necessarily have to draw it, because it's just a temporary form that, you know, you can shift back and forth.
My question,
He's pretty much Animorphs now.
does the size category change?
He is still large.
Oh dear.
He's a big boy.
He is a big boy, no matter what.
So he's a large Goliath.
He is a large Goliath.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'll give it some thought over the next week.
Yeah.
And come to a conclusion, but as of right now, it is as it is.
And if it, like I said, if it's something that, you know, you think it's too much of a change for the character, let me know, and I will draft something else up for you.
I, as a player, think it's badass. A large Goliath, man, that's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I just have to think about whether or not Reaver would use it, or if he would just be like, no, I'm a warg, I'm staying a warg type of thing.
Yeah.
Fair.
If he's gonna be still set in his old man ways.
Yeah, he does have a little bit of animosity towards, you know, bipedal creatures.
His first thought is probably, oh, thank God I'm not a dwarf.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
I'm not a dwarf. I'm not a fae. I'm good.
I do have to ask, does he have like a long ass beard and shit?
I'm gonna leave that up to Fox if he's got like a giant beard.
You know what? Probably, yeah. He's probably got like a black goatee that's quite long and probably braided in the front with like a little bit of peppering of white hair in there.
Okay,
Like it.
I like it. If only Therian was here today.
Right?
He'd probably have some wise ass comment to make.
This
Or
reminds
a
me of a
story.
This reminds me of a story when I turned into a giant for a day.
Oh, fuck.
Okay. So, I think with everybody drinking strange dragon blood, two of you technically turning into cocoons at the moment, I think that is a good place to end for the week. We will find out what happens to the rest of the two of you come next Tuesday.
Uh-oh. A little nervous about that.
I demand Daddy Dragon Husbando.
Don't you already got that?
Oh, he's there. Don't know where.
Snowdrop is lingering about.
I think the most
disturbance
ironic
in the
thing.
forest.
The most ironic thing about all the interactions with Snowdrop is Farron kept talking in Draconic to him. Amelia understands everything she said. She just doesn't speak it intentionally because she just wants to see what you'll say.
And you know what? Amelia's not the only one either.
God damn it! Can you guys stop? If she knew you guys spoke Draconic, she'd be so fucking flushed with embarrassment that she's like, "I'm hiding behind this tree for the rest of the campaign. Go fuck yourself."
You know what the worst part? I speak Fey.
Yeah.
Oh god!
You know what the worst part of that is? So does Reaver.
Oh god.
I mean, you gotta speak it so you know when they're insulting you.
That's like, you say something under your breath and I will kill you for it.
Yeah. Anyone asks him, and he just says he can speak Common, Goblin, and Warg, just like every other Warg. But he does also speak Dwarvish, Sylvan, and Draconic.
It's like,
Nice.
don't insult us under your breath. We'll hear it.
We'll hear it. All right. So that is going to do it for us today, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is not the only show that we do.
It's
Upcoming this Saturday, we have another episode of Wayward Wanderers, which is our Pathfinder 2 Extinction Curse campaign, which is run by Azarin.
The shenanigan trap did not happen last session. The shenanigan trap potentially is happening this session. So what I prepared for might actually happen. I don't know what my players. I prepare shit, and then all of a sudden they just pull a wild hair out their ass, and I have to fucking just RNG that shit.
Oh, it sounds like the normal Tuesday campaign. Oh, here's a great town and it's on fire. And then
I mean, you didn't want it on fire. You should have put it in front of us.
you should have made it out of wood. On this upcoming Monday, is there an episode of Chimera Collective, or is that next Monday?
It should be this upcoming Monday.
Upcoming
not
Monday.
this week. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's every other. So
Yeah.
this is the skip week. So next week should be a session.
All right. So upcoming next Monday, we have another episode of Chimera Collective, which is a little mini adventure being run by Kiara Phoenix. That is being run in place of our normal Monday show of Mass Effect, which is run by Zorro, but is currently on hiatus. We'll be back here on Tuesday for another episode of Into the Wildlands, which is its own mini adventure, as Destiny Forge Campaign 3 is on a small hiatus as well. And then next Saturday will be another episode of Withered Wastes, which is a fifth edition magical apocalypse hellish campaign that I put a lot of torment through. So
It's a thing.
it's a thing. So that is us for the next couple weeks. But again, thank you so much for tuning in, and we will see you on Saturday.